From Indianapolis, this is ACcess Indy, the 500. Coming up, Scott Dixon will start on the pole for the 106th running of the Indianapolis 500.
Congrats to Chip and his team. He was smiling, which is always great to see. But honestly, this is, as I say, the few times that I've been on the pole, this is the first part, but, the tough part is next week.
The Iceman will be joined on the front row by a pair of young guns, Alex Palou and Rinus VK.
Come on, man. He already had 4 before that. He could have lifted. He didn't. It's not a good teammate, but no, to be honest, happy for him.
The field of 33 is set, and we'll take a look at each row of the starting grid. Look out for Jimmy Johnson, who will be making his very first Indy 500 start.
When I agreed to do this a year ago, I thought there might be a bumping opportunity. And after I watched what Will Power went through last year, I just prayed that I didn't have to go through that mess.
Drivers, start your engines. ACcess Indy, the 500 starts now.
Welcome to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the home of the Indy 500. And come Sunday, 33 drivers will battle in the greatest spectacle in racing. Hi, everybody. Welcome to ACcess Indy, the 500. I'm Anthony Calhoun right here in Victory Circle. And coming up in the next 30 minutes, we'll get you ready for the 106th running of the Indy 500. Four-time champion, Elio Castroneves. He's the defending winner here at the 500. And how about this? For the first time in 3 years, they're expecting a full capacity to watch the race coming up on Sunday. And the driver that will lead this field of green on Sunday is Scott Dixon. And what a day it would be for Scott Dixon here at the Indy 500. Incredible performance during qualifying weekend. He set a record when it comes to qualifying for the pole, a speed of 234.046 miles an hour. It's his 5th pole here at the 500. He's making his 20th appearance here at the Indy 500, and he won it all back in 2008.
Yeah, that was cool. It's nice to see some big numbers. I was definitely down on the dumps, last night. We had a bit of a rough day. We kind of messed up a couple of things and it almost took us out of, the fast 12, so we might have been sitting out today, So huge credit to the team. Congrats to Chip and his team. He was smiling, which is always great to see.
All right, let's take a look at the first 4 rows of the Indy 500. Of course, Scott Dixon is on the pole. He'll be joined by Alex Palou and Rinus VK. That's a look at the front row. Row number 2, Ed Carpenter. He won 3 poles here at the 500. And Tony Kanaan, a 2013 Indy 500 winner. Meanwhile, row number 3 here, Pato O'Ward finished 4th here last year in the race. And Takuma Sato in row number 4, inside row number 4. Sato, a 2-time Indy 500 winner. And then Will Power won it all in 2018. And how about Jimmy Johnson, the 46-year-old, making his first appearance in the Indy 500. Meanwhile, we told you at the top of the broadcast they're expecting a packed house to watch the Indianapolis 500 on Sunday. As a matter of fact, over 300,000 fans are expected to be here when we go racing on Sunday. And you can just feel the energy, folks. Just this past week during qualifications, the fans have been hungry to see some great racing here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And boy, has it been a journey for these fans and everyone due to the pandemic back in 2020. No fans at all allowed due to COVID-19. In 2021, only 135,000 fans were allowed to be here due to restrictions because of the pandemic. That's about 40% to capacity for a place like IMS. But how about 2022? Tickets were sold at an all-time high. There's no doubt these racers are excited to see the fans.
For me, last year that it was 50, 40, whatever percent, it was big for me. It was huge because I saw this place empty in 2020. So I cannot wait to see it fully. I don't know how I'm gonna feel, if I'm gonna be nervous or just super excited, but cannot wait for the moment.
With the issues COVID has brought, I maybe didn't get the full experience my final year in Cup. Literally racing without fans for the majority of the year, which was kind of a bummer and a letdown. But to come back to Indy and know that we're going to have, a top 3, top 4 level crowd makes me smile, and I cannot wait to feel that energy on Sunday.
And joining us now is a guy who has a great pulse when it comes to the fans here at the Indy 500. Our good friend Doug Bowles here on All Access Indy, the 500. He's the president of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Doug, thank you so much for joining us. Here we are, back here at Victory, a circle. A packed house expected to be here on Sunday. I know you guys are excited about that.
Yeah, really excited. It's been fun leading up to it, but we haven't had a packed house for 3 years. So to get everybody back here, I can't wait. Even practice and qualifying leading up to race day, seeing smiling faces, people that haven't been here, it's been a blast. I can't wait for race day.
Yeah, take us through it for us, the behind the scenes. How special a moment is going to be for yourself, your entire staff, and the folks here at IMS as the folks get here on Sunday?
Well, what makes it special for us is seeing those people come back year over year, especially when people bring kids who then are going to be generational fans of this place. But I'm really excited about it for Roger. I mean, Roger bought the Speedway in 2019, and then when we rolled into 2020, it's been COVID related. Nothing in 2020 in terms of fans, only 40% last year. That's a big deal.
And I'm told, speaking of Roger Penske, the owner of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, there's been a word going around that it has to be Penske perfect. And you look at this facility, major upgrades, right?
Absolutely, and Roger's just focused on the little details. So a lot of major upgrades he's allowed us to do, but he really got us focused on all the little details. It happens every day. I'll get 4 or 5 calls from him. Mark gets 4 or 5 calls from me. He just is continuing to try and make this place better. And I just think every year as people come back, they're going to see those little details. There'll be some big stuff too, but little details that Roger's going to have us do.
When you look at the race coming up on Sunday, the 106th running of the Indy 500, I mean, there's so many storylines. You talk about the veterans, so many drivers making 20 years experience here in the 500, the young guns as well. We got some good stories coming up this week, right?
Absolutely, great stories. And qualifying weekend was awesome, getting Scott Dixon on the pole. He so badly wants that second win. You've got Rinus VeeKay on the front row. You've got Ed Carpenter right back there. Jimmy Johnson, first 500, Romain Grosjean, and then Elio. Elio looking for 5. I mean, there's some great stuff in our field.
All right, so what's going to be great on Sunday? This place here, as I mentioned, we're in Victory Circle. You look down the front straightaway. When the race begins, there's nothing like it, right?
There's nothing like it. In fact, for me, my favorite time of the year is that 30 minutes that leads up to the race, and then back when we get in Indiana, and then the command. And I love the race, but it's that pre-race that makes it so special, that history and tradition. And this place is going to be full. More people in this venue race day than we've had in the last 25 years, except for the 100th running of the Indy 500. It is going to be jam-packed.
Unbelievable. Cannot wait. It should be a great race coming up on Sunday. Before we let you get out of here, I got to ask you this. We got something special here with Wish TV along with the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, a show that you're going to be doing every other Friday on Wish TV and WishTV.com. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, so Behind the Bricks is something we started a couple years ago, and then we partnered with you guys really to elevate it. And it's just trying to show our fans some of the unique things that happen here at the Speedway that they don't normally get to see. So I can't wait. It's really neat to do it with you guys. I mean, podcasts are what you guys do. I mean, you guys have such a great way of getting information out. We're excited. We just started a couple weeks ago. It's going to be a lot of fun.
All right, and before we get you out of here, get some rest, my man. Because I know come Sunday, come Saturday night, you're going to be ready to go, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I wake up Saturday morning. I don't go to bed till Sunday night. I'm up all night. It's a blast. I can't sleep. We got so much going on here anyway, but I'll get some sleep on Monday.
All right, it's going to be great. And so thankful, that we are at this moment now here in our country and a chance to have all these fans coming here on Sunday for such a great race, the greatest spectacle in racing.
I can't wait.
All right. Thank you so much, Doug. All the best to you, and good luck to your team. All right, we're going to take a time out. We got more coming your way, folks. So sit back and relax here on All Access Indy, the 500 on the way. There are some drivers who have spent a lot of miles here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Our Charlie Clifford has a story on 3 former winners here at the Indy 500. And later, Jimmy Johnson gearing up for his first Indy 500. And his biggest fan might just be in his corner, literally. Our Olivia Ray has that story. But now, take a look at rows 5 through 7 for this year's Indy 500.
All Access Indy, the 500, presented by Donato's. Every piece is important.
Access Indy, the 500. Oh, the coveted yard of bricks here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And we're going to find out on Sunday which driver is going to be kissing those bricks here at the Indy 500. Hi, everybody. Anthony Calhoun back here at Victory Circle as we continue to get you ready for the 106th running of the Indy 500. You know, there are 8 drivers in this year's race that have actually kissed those bricks here at the Speedway. For more on that story, let's welcome in Charlie Clifford. And Charlie, I know you're getting ready for the big race on Sunday as well. And 3 of those 8 winning drivers in this year's race, I know you had a chance to spend some time with those guys.
AC, familiar names that just won't go away. The longevity with these stars, it's just incredible. Race fans, you've been spoiled the past few years, and as we look to number 106, yes, you know how many each of these drivers have won, but do you know the stats behind their real story in Indianapolis?
For the first time in the history of the Indianapolis 500-mile race this year, 3 drivers run their consecutive start streak on Memorial Day weekend to 20 or more. Are any of them actually aware of just how much work it actually took?
Do you have any idea what that number is?
So it's 9995.
Because of such a high number, I'm gonna guess is how many laps I've done.
Not laps I've led, there's too many.
How many miles you've logged in Indy 500 competition? 5 away from a big.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That is incredible. So we gotta make sure we make the first lap.
No way.
Do you,
I didn't know that.
Holy smokes, that's a lot.
what do you think about that?
That's cool. I wish I'd led, well, I only really needed to lead a couple of those, you know,
Right.
that's the problem. I've led a lot of laps here as well, but
You have.
not
And there's more
necessarily-
coming.
Not necessarily the right one.
The remarkable amount of miles logged on the world's most famous oval, it got us thinking, where would these legends land if they left Indy and drove these exact distances?
Sweden?
Go down under for me. Go down under.
Yeah, my geography is getting terrible.
Think about a former teammate of yours. You just passed his hometown.
Australia.
Bingo.
No way. Oh my goodness.
You would have just passed Will Power's hometown of Toowoomba, so maybe you can stay at Powers.
No. Definitely not.
If you drove home to Salvador, Brazil, and turned around, headed back towards Indianapolis, where you would land? Try to come back.
Oh, back in Miami.
Really close.
Yeah, somewhere like.
Disney World.
Here we go. That's where I'm going after I win.
Going past LA, you're
Maybe
hitting the
Hawaii,
go further.
to New Zealand maybe, Australia. That too far.
Scott, last year you hit your hometown of Auckland, New Zealand.
Oh,
with
wow.
your mileage here.
That's really cool. I'm glad you came up with that stat. Nobody else cared to, you know, so
hey.
thank you for that.
The odometer keeps spinning, this crew keeps smiling.
Just gave me goosebumps right now, man.
Look at that. If it won't be a record-setting 5th victory for Helio Castroneves this year, how about Tony Kanaan or Scott Dixon? If Dixon wins, the 14-year gap between Borg Warners would be the 2nd longest in race history, AC. He's waited so long.
I know, it seems like he's on the pole time and time again, but comes up short, not able to take home the checkered flag. But who knows?
We'll see.
This could be his year this year. Charlie, thank you so much.
see ya.
Okay, folks, we're going to take a timeout, but we got much more coming your way here from Indianapolis Motor Speedway on All Access Indy, the 500. On the way, Jimmy Johnson, his relationship with his father. It is very special. Our Olivia Ray has that story. And still to come, Helio Castroneves, the drive for 5. Is this the year that Helio makes a historic moment here at the Speedway? That's more still to come. But now, let's take a look at rows 8 through 10 for this year's Indy 500. Gasoline Alley, you can bet that place is going to be filled with fans on Sunday for the big race here at IMS. Anthony Calhoun back here on All Access Indy, the 500. So we continue to work our way to the 106th running of the Indy 500. There's no doubt these race drivers, they have great support from their fans, but not only that, from their family members as well. For more on that story, let's welcome in here at Victory Circle our very own Olivia Ray. And Olivia, I know you've been working on a story involving Jimmie Johnson and a special connection, right?
That's right, AC. Now, it has been so fun watching Jimmie Johnson, the rookie, taking in all of these month of May traditions, but it's even been more special to watch him share it with one of the most influential men in his already historic career. Now, I caught up with Jimmie and his dad, Gary, as they gear up for the greatest spectacle in racing together. Moment, it felt like the clocks had been turned back to 2001. Jimmie Johnson is a rookie all over again, on a new stage and still listening to his dad when he tells him to turn left.
Since I was a kid racing dirt bikes, he always said have fun. So, and he still does today. I always hear it.
It's great having him around. You know, he's the reason I was introduced to racing and started racing, so any day that I have with him at the racetrack is really special.
Starting at age 5 to 46 years old, the father-son duo of Jimmie and Gary Johnson have teamed up for 7 NASCAR Cup Series championships, with JJ behind the wheel and Gary either on the pit crew or spotting as his son sped off towards a legendary racing career. So, when it came to his boys' Indy 500 debut, no chance Gary was giving up his seat as his son's spotter up in turn 3.
I love spotting for them, you know. I had to get stronger binoculars because you got to pick them up clear coming out of 2.
Right.
So, you know, and to make sure you got the right blue car, there's a few of them, is challenging. So, good thing my eye doctor said I have pilot eyes. So, man, I've watched this with my dad before Jimmie was ever thought of when I was a little kid. I've been a huge fan of Indy with my dad forever. So this is just amazing to be part of it. It's like a dream come true, man.
It's very special to have my dad here. I mean, I literally sat on the couch watching this race with my dad and my grandfather a couple of years. And it just, for us both to be here, to be working together, the biggest race is quite cool.
And having a trusted voice ringing through the 48 Cars radio shouldn't hurt as the Johnsons chase more history. And Gary admitted after he watched his son put his car in the Fast 12 last weekend that he thinks he legitimately has a shot to win this thing, but he'll be tickled as long as he's safe and has a nice finish. Gary, of course, a fan favorite in the IndyCar paddock, if you couldn't tell from that story, AC.
You're right about that, and man, all the best to him. Great story as always, Olivia. Thank you so much. Okay, we're going to take another time out. We got more coming your way here on All Access Indy, the 500. Is this the year that he makes history? Can he win his 5th Indy 500? We're going to talk to Elio. That's on the way. But now, here's a look at the last roll for this year's Indy 500.
All Access Indy, the 500. Presented by Donato's. Every piece is important.
We're back here on All Access Indy, the 500, and Elio Castro Neves, he won it all last year at the Indy 500, the defending champion. Can he get it done this year? Well, he'll start in the 27th position. Only 3 drivers have won from that spot for the Indy 500. Anthony Calhoun back here at Victory Circle as we continue to work our way to the 106th running of the Indy 500. And come Sunday, who knows, it could be a historic moment for Elio Castro Neves, trying to become the first driver ever to win 5 Indy 500s. Right now, Elio joins 3 other drivers to win this race 4 times, and A.J. Foyt, Hal Luntzer, and Rick Mears. Elio getting ready for his 22nd appearance here at the Indy 500. And how about this? This guy has 9 top 5 finishes here at the Speedway.
We got to go to some grocery store here to find 2 mile an hour, and hopefully they have it, but I don't think it's I don't think we're going to find it right now. But in the end of the day, it feels awesome. Let me tell you, everyone wearing a lot of pinks in the grandstand, and the fans, so grateful. Thank you so much for all the support all these years, obviously, and now we might have a little more work ahead of us, but I'm not afraid of work, so we got to continue pushing hard.
That would be something if Elio can win his 5th Indy 500. Before we wrap things up, got to make our picks for you. Let's start first with Charlie Clifford. He's going with Pato O'Ward to win this year's Indy 500. Our Olivia Ray, she likes Marcus Ericsson from Chip Ganassi Racing to get the job done on Sunday. And yours truly, I'm going with Scott Dixon. I think he wins this race from the pole coming up on Sunday. All right, folks, thank you so much for watching All Access Indy, the 500. Enjoy the race. Boy, it should be a good one here from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.